Good day, everybody. Welcome to our channel, Kareli Academy. I am Ntate Kareli. I will be assisting you in revision with the June 2023 question paper. And then in this video, we are going to start with question 1, that is the bank reconciliation. While you are busy looking for your question paper, don't forget to like this video and also please comment. Your comment will be really appreciated. Also click on the subscription button. Please subscribe to our channel so that we can grow this community, and also click the notification bell so that you can be notified when there's a new video that is being uploaded. Yes, I believe you now have your question paper, the June 2023 question paper, and looking at question 1, I have changed some titles here, some names, because remember the national question paper is copyrighted, so I didn't want to mess up with the copyrights. So I have retyped it and changed some names. The following was taken from the accounting records of the Marumatsu stores. I believe you can see in your question paper it's not Marumatsu, but nonetheless that is fine. We are required to have cash, or we are required to complete the cash receipts journal as well as cash payments journal on the 30th of April 2021, and then after making the comparison with the bank statement. Now let us look at our answer sheet. On our answer sheet, we have the cash receipts journal. Here it is, cash receipts journal, and we also have the cash payments journal below here. It's cash receipts journal. We also have the cash payments journal. Those are what we are supposed to complete. Then we are also going to make a comparison between the bank statement. Now we are given the bank statement. Let us check. When you go down to your question paper, you are given the bank reconciliation statement. There it is. And then you are given the cash receipts journal, and you are also given the cash payments journal. Now the comparison will come from those. The comparison will come from those. And this is your previous bank reconciliation statement. Yes. Where is the bank statement? We have the bank statement down there with all the amounts. I think we can see them, right? And then note, we must only close off the bank columns, and then we must transfer the balances in cash channels to the bank account in the general ledger. Let us check if we have the answer sheet for the general ledger. We have the bank account, there it is. Then it's our general ledger. And then what else does the questions paper says? It continues to say we must draft the bank reconciliation statement of on the 30th April 2021. Now let's check on our answer sheet if we do have the bank reconciliation statement. Here it is. I have my bank reconciliation statement. Now everything is fine according to what is expected from us. Now students, let us get ready with question 1. All right, students, now we are going to start with our comparison. We must first compare the previous month BRS with the current bank statement. Now the amount that appears in BRS and in the bank statement, I'm going to tick them, and then the ones that do not appear, I'm going to strike them through, or I'm going to scratch them. You'll see which one is more convenient. Now the first thing that we do, we check the first balance that appears there was for the previous bank statement. You can see there it is. It was this balance that I've selected. Now, what is the purpose of us comparing this BRS with the bank statement? Now, we want to see whether the deposits that were not credited, are they now credited? Or the checks that were outstanding or that were not presented for payment, have they been presented for payment? If they were presented for payment, we'll scratch them. And then if they were not presented for payment, they must remain outstanding, or we'll check what does the information say about that particular check. Now we start with the deposits. Now credit deposit was outstanding last month. Do we have it in the current bank statement? There it is. Now I'm going to strike it through to indicate that it now appears. You strike it through from the bank statement as well as in the BRS. Now this indicates that it has been taken into account. Now we check our checks. Check number X350. You'll see in your question paper is hashtag 350. Now check number 350. Do you have it? 600. Let's check our deposits. It's still outstanding. Let me just highlight it to indicate that it's still outstanding. I will highlight it with yellow. It's still outstanding. And then check number 454. Do we have it? It's still outstanding. And then lastly, check number 457. There it is. It has been taken into account. I will strike it through, or I will scratch it to indicate that it has been taken into account. And then check number 457, the one of 800. I will strike it through as well because it appears in the BRS and it also appears in the bank statement. Now when we are done comparing, okay, let's go to this amount, credit balance as per bank account. It will have to go where? It will have to go to our bank account on the credit side. Let us somehow take it to the bank account on the credit side. On the credit side, we will have balance, carried down, or balance brought down, pardon. Balance brought down of how much? It's a balance brought down of 30,680. Okay, that is on the 1st of April. Now, once that is recorded, we can strike it through again to show that it has been taken into account. all those that have been taken into account, I advise that we strike them through so that we don't do a repetition. All right. And then, where do we go? We must now compare again our journals with the bank statement. Here is our CRJ. The main focus should be on the bank column. Now, all accounts in the cash receipts journal would be on the credit side. Now, let's check. We compare the first one. Let us quickly do that. If it appears, we strike it through. And there again, it appears on the side. We strike it through. The second one would be 4,420. We strike it through. Then let's check the side. We have it, 4,420. There it is. We strike it through. Then we check again, 15,960. We have it. We have it. We strike it through. We also have 19,800. It's there. Remember, we said if it appears in the CRJ and in the bank statement, we must scratch it to indicate that it has been taken into account. And then we are left now with 18,600. It does not appear in the bank statement. Therefore, let's highlight it with yellow to indicate that it still has to be taken into account. What else do we compare? We now compare the cash payments journal with the bank statement again. The first amount, now the amount in the cash payments journal, the amounts that appears in the cash payments journal will always appear in, actually it will always appear in the debit side. So the ones in the CPJ should be on the debit side of the bank statement. We start first with 3,260. Do we have it? Yes, we do. We cancel it. We cancel it. 3,260. It's cancelled. And then 5,500. Check if we have it. If you have it, you cancel it. And I think we don't have it, so we don't cancel. 5,500. Let's check, it's not there. And then 600 for Mukaga. Remember, in your question paper, I think it's written municipality. Do we have that? Check number 462. 650. There it is. But now, mine in the payment it's 600, and in the bank payment it's 650. Now, you don't cancel that one. You don't cancel. The amount should be the same. So, meaning this one should be highlighted to indicate that we are coming back to them. We are coming back to this 600. And then we go to ink stores, 6,100. It's there. We cancel it. 6,100 cancelled. We go again 1,200. Do we have it? 1,200 for sharp stores. It's check number 464. Hi, EO, it's not there. Cancel it. No, we don't cancel, but we highlight to indicate that it does not appear. Yes, 1.2, it does not appear. And then 2,350, there it is. It does appear, but when you check, it appears twice. Now they will inform us we only scratch one, not twice. You only scratch this one that appears, and the other one you leave it as is. We will be guided by additional information as to what is happening. Okay, now we are done with comparison. We compared the PRS with the bank statement. We compared the cash payment journal with the bank statement. And lastly, we also compared cash payments journal with the bank statement. So we are covered. Now all these that are not scratched in the bank statement, it means we still have to come to them. Let me highlight them so that you may see. As we deal with them, I will be scratching them each time we deal with them. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Okay, guys. These we will have to deal with them. Now, guys, we are done with the first instruction that says we need to compare. Now, let us see after comparing what are we supposed to do. Now, after comparing, we must complete the cash receipts journal and the cash payment journal. That is where we need to go. We must now start completing the cash payments and the cash receipts journal. Now, students, please remember to like this video and send us your comment, guys. Please do so. Your comments will really assist us in improving the quality of our videos. Also, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Please click the subscribe button and click the notification bell to be notified for the upcoming uploads. Now, we are continuing. Students, just check if your answer sheet has the totals in cash receipt journal and in cash payment journal. If not, please write them as I have them here. These are normally provided to you on the question paper or on the answer sheet. Which amounts are they? They are those amounts that you find on your question papers. I am referring to the closing balances in CRJ and the closing balances in the cash payments journal. Yeah, those are the amounts that should be on your on your answer sheet. Now, let us begin, students. And let's go to our additional information. Now, on our additional information, the first thing that we have there is check number 350 was issued in January to P&A stationaries for payment of our account was lost and subsequently stopped. A new account will be issued. Now, which account is 350? Let's check. Check number 350, you will find it in your bank reconciliation statement of the previous month. Now, it is the one that we indicatory. It still does not appear in your bank statement. Now, what should happen to this check? It means we need to cancel this check. Now, when we receive checks, we write them in cash payments journal, and then to cancel those checks, it means they should be recorded where? They should be recorded in cash receipts journal. They should be recorded in cash receipts journal. Now, in your cash receipts journal, students, you will indicate the document number. It is document number 350. That was check 350. Yeah. And then it is on the same day, the 30th. Under the details, you indicate that it was from P&A, and just indicate that it was a lost check. Now, under the bank column, how much was that check? That check was 600. That check was 600, and it was for what? It was from the trade receivable control. Remember, check the question paper. It should be indicated there on the question paper. For now, what was it for? It's indicated there. Adjustment number 1, P&A stationers for payment of our account, meaning we were paying our account. Therefore, it goes to trade receivables. Then we go to the second adjustment. The second adjustment says that the credit entry on the 28th of April 2021 was in respect of the deposit that Cafe Uhuru, a tenant, made directly into the business account, meaning that is a direct deposit. Now, remember, I said I'm going to change some names there. Cafe Uhuru is the name that I have changed, right? Now, where should it go? It must go to our cash receipts journal. We are receiving that amount. So in cash receipts journal, it comes from where? From the BS, from the bank statement. You indicate BS for bank statement. Now it comes from Cafe Uhuru. How much did we receive from Cafe Uhuru? 8,910. Now it was for what? It was for rent received. It was for rent received. And then let us check again. The reason why we say it was rent received is because Cafe Uhuru is our tenant. So now we continue. adjustment number 3. A credit entry on the 30th of April was in respect of a deposit that Black Sky Store made directly into their current account, but it appeared in the business bank account. Now, on this transaction, who made an error? Remember, if the error is made by the bank, it means we rectify that error in the bank reconciliation statement. Now let us go to our bank reconciliation statement. Now I normally want to start first with the opening balances when I do the bank reconciliation statement. Now let us check how much was the balance for the bank. The balance is 5,350 and it's positive. Therefore, it means we need to credit it. In our bank reconciliation statement, we need to what? We need to credit balance as per bank statement. Now we need to credit that amount. How much is it? Let us check. That amount is 5,350. Therefore, we record it on the credit side. 5,350. And then I can continue with our transaction. We can continue with our transaction. That was transaction number 3 in respect of Black Sky Stores. All right. Now, a credit entry on the 30th of April. Let us check. 30th of April. There is a credit entry. There it is. 3,300. Therefore, we must cancel this entry in our bank reconciliation statement. Now, in our BRS, it was a credit entry. Therefore, we must debit. We debit what? We debit a deposit in correct account credited, and just indicate whether it's a bank error. Just indicate that it's a bank error. The deposit. And then my spelling is wrong here. And then we go to the next. Oh, how much is it? How much is it? We must indicate the amount as well. It's 3,300. Right? Then we continue with our question paper. Now back to our question paper. Instruction number 4 says, or additional information number 4 says, the bank statement showed an unpaid check. The bank statement showed an unpaid check. Now it means it appears on the bank statement, that unpaid check. Now it was received on the 16th from J. Smith, and this check was dishonored due to the insufficient funds. Now let us check if we have that. Let us check if we had that. On the 16th, we have an unpaid check. On our bank statement, on the 16th, there it is. We have an unpaid check. We see. Now it means now this check we had received. Now, this check we had received. Now we need to cancel this check. We had received, but now we have to cancel this check. Now, where do we cancel this particular check? When it was received, it was in cash receipts journal. Now we cancel it where? We cancel it in the cash payment journal. Now, in our cash payment journal, what do we write then? In our cash payment journal, we must indicate how it is from the bank statement, BS for document number. It's still on the 30th. The check was from who? The check was from, let us check. The check was from J. Smith. So you must indicate J. Smith. And I always say also indicate it is an RD check or a dishonored check, so that at least we know what check was that. Then how much was that check? It was 1,330. It was for what? That 1,330, it was for trade receivable control. Right? We are done with that transaction. Now, I did not show you when I record this. Yes, I think you can now see it's PS and the document number. On the same day, it's from J. Smith, already check, 1,330, and the details is trade receivable control. Now we go to the next instruction. That would be instruction number 5. Check 462 was incorrectly entered in cash payment journal as 600 instead of 650. Now, do we have that? Check number 642. Let's check number 642. There it is, 642. It was recorded as 600 instead of 650. Now in our bank statement we have that 650. Let's check. In the bank statement we should have that 650. Here it is. Now what do we do to that? We must find the difference between 600 and 650, meaning 600 minus 650. 600 minus 650. The difference is 50 rands. On a calculator, you type 600 minus 650. Now the difference would be how much? The difference would be 50 rands. Now where do we record that? Where do we record that? Now the error was in cash payments journal. Now, the error was in cash payment journal. It was not in the bank statement. If the bank had made an error, it means it would be rectified in the BRS. But now it's us in our journals. We recorded that we recorded 600 instead of 650, meaning the additional amount of 50 rand should be recorded. The additional amount of 50 rand should be recorded in the cash payments journal. Now document number is check number 462, same day It was from Mochaka according to my question paper. In your question paper, it indicates municipality. You must indicate that error, incorrect entry. It is an incorrect entry. You can even indicate that you made 650 minus 600. You can even indicate that. Now you are posting 50 rand. What is it for? It is for electricity. Right? I hope you are covered. We said we only record the difference because we are making an addition to the 600. If we were subtracting, let's say for argument's sake, 650 was correct. We were supposed to write 50 rand in the receipts as to minus. If an error happened in the payments, to add, you add on payments. To subtract, you subtract on receipts. If an error happened in receipts, you add on receipts, you subtract on payments. I hope that makes sense. Right? Now we must move to, on our question paper, we need to move to additional information number 6. Now a check number 6063 hash 6063 for 5,740 withdrawn by the head office from the account appeared in the business bank account. Now who made an error here? They withdrawn in the head office but appeared in the business account. Therefore, an error happened and it was made by the bank. So to rectify the error that was done by the bank, we record again in BRS. Now let us go to our BRS. Now, what did the question say? Very important. The question has said the check was withdrawn by the head office. All the withdrawals are in the debit side of the bank statement. Therefore, we must credit it. So we must credit it. You will say credit what? Credit check number 6063 issued by the head office. It's a bank error. Now, on my details, I want to clearly indicate what has happened so that the marker or whoever checking the BRS cannot be confused. It's 5,740. Remember, the error happened in the bank. They indicated a withdrawal of 5,740 done by the head office. Therefore, the bank error, we rectify it in the BRS. Got it? Yes. Now we go to our question paper for the next transaction. It's number 7. Number 7. The debit entry on the 29th April 2021 was in respect of a debit order to InsurTech for the owner's personal insurance premium. Now it means now the owner is paying his or her personal insurance on the debit order. Now remember, the debit orders will go to cash payments. Let us go to cash payments. The debit order would go to cash payments. We saw it on the bank statement. It will be BS on the same day by Intech Show. Intech or by Insure Tech. That is one word. And indicate that it is a debit order. Very important. Indicate that it's a debit order of how much? 2,900. Now, what was it for? Was it for insurance? Yes, it was insurance, but because it's the owner's insurance, we record it as drawings. Remember, everything for personal usage, we record that as drawings. There. Now we are done. We go back to our question paper. Number 8, it says check number 465 was erroneously debited twice. Check number 465 was erroneously debited twice. Let us check it on the bank statement. There it is on our bank statement. It was erroneously debited twice. There it is. First debit, second debit. Now is the bank error. Remember, the errors done by the bank, we rectify them on the bank reconciliation statement. Now in our BRS, it was debited twice, therefore we must credit one. We record that as what? It is a check debited twice. It's a check debited twice, and indicate it is a bank error. Now on the credit side, we will have it as 2,350. Now I think we are done with our additional information. Now guys, we are done with our additional information, so it is very important again to go and check if everything is done. It is very important to go and check again if everything is done. Going to our additional information, let's check. We said check number 350. It is now utilized. I will strike it through to indicate that we have utilized it. Number 2, the entry on the 28th was in respect of Cafe Uhuru. That was made directly into the bank account. Let us check. The entry was on the 28th of April. Let us check 28th April. There is the credit entry. It's been utilized. It's very important to check these things, guys. And then number 3, a credit entry on the 30th was in respect of Black Store. Make directly. Number 30, the entry number 30, this one, it was utilized as well. And then the entry where number 5, check number 642, the the one that was 600. Here it was 650, there it is. And then let's check where it was 600. In the cash payment channel, here it is. Pardon. And then we go again and check number 6063 for 5,740, which was done by the head office for their right. It's done as well. The error was rectified. And then let's check again for additional information. Debit entry on the 29th in respect of debit order. Let's check again on the 29th. InsurTech debit order 2.9, there it is. And then what else? Debited twice. Remember, we indicated it was debited for the first time, and now we made use of the second one. Now, what does this mean? Now, this means, guys, we are done with additional information. Now, anything that was not utilized, now we must take it into account. Now, in our cash receipts channel, what did we have? We have this outstanding deposit. Let us record the outstanding deposit. It should go where? It should go to the BRS. In the BRS, we must credit outstanding deposit. Credit outstanding deposit, or you can even say deposit as it is in the actual deposit not yet credited. That is the terminology that is used in our memorandums. It is a deposit not yet credited. How much is the deposit not credited? Let's check. It is 18,600. We credit 18,600. And then we check again the deposit, the checks not yet presented for payment. That is the outstanding checks. Outstanding checks. Now for the checks, for the outstanding checks, you must start checking. You must start checking from our BRS. Check number 54. What was that? 454. Check number hashtag 454 of 700. We must take it to. We must take it to our BRS. Outstanding check number 454. How much is check number 454? 700. And then again we have some more checks. Let us check in the check. Now it means we are done now with our BRS, the previous month BRS. Everything is now reconciled. Now even cash receipt channel, everything is now reconciled. Everything is reconciled in cash receipts. And now cash payments. Let's check in cash payments. Cash payments, we are left with these three checks. It's check number 461, check number 464, and also check number 466. This one. we did not sheet it. These are our outstanding checks. Let's have them. Just check number 461. For how much? For 5,500. And then check number 464. For how much? 464 is for 1,200. And check number 466. For how much? It's for 900. Let me write it properly. Now we have our 3 checks that were outstanding. It's 461, 464, and 466 for 5.5, 1,002, and 900 respectively. Now we are done. We have reconciled all the checks. We have reconciled all the checks. So let me just indicate that these checks I have reconciled. And then when all these checks are reconciled, we must go back to our bank statement. We must go back to our bank statement. Now, what are we checking in our bank statement? In our bank statement, we are going to check again that everything in the bank statement has been utilized. Now we have 166. We have 160. We have 1,000. Pardon. How much is this? We have 110. We have 40 rands. Yes, let us check the amounts that were not utilized again in the bank statement. It's this 110, 140, and then this is dishonored. We have used it. It's important, guys, to cancel the amounts that were utilized. Okay, and then we have this 860 and this 420 on the debit side. Now remember, it's those that we call the bank charges. The bank charges would go to our cash payment journal. Let's go to cash payment journal and check. Now, in our cash payment journal, we need to indicate that from the bank statement, we have learned that Absa Bank, Absa, we have paid how much? It's 110 plus 40 rands plus 420. When you add them, 40 rands plus 110 plus 420, they give us 570. Now that 570 would be for the bank charges. Let us check. Back to our answer sheet, or back to our question paper, pardon. On our question paper, we now learn that again. Bank statement, checkbook is for bank charges, tax levy, it's bank charges as well. And then this 220 is not for bank charges, it's an interest. This one again, 860 for interest. Now the last one, 420, is for the bank charges. I hope you got it. Now we check what is still outstanding. 220 interest on debit balance is outstanding, and 860 interest on debit balance. What do we do to them? They should go again to our cash payments journal. Now on our cash payments journal, what do we have? The bank statement again informs us that ABSA has charged us how much? 220 plus 860. 220 plus 860. How much do they give us? 220 plus 860. It's 1,060 rands. 220. Yeah, no, let's correct. It's 860. 220 and 860. They give us 1,000 and it should be 1,080 rands. 220 plus 860, yes, it's 1,080. What are they called? It's interest on, let's check from our question paper, is interest on credit balance. Please, you must indicate interest on debit balance. Now we check again what is still outstanding. Check again what is still outstanding. What did we not use? 860 used or reconciled. 220 reconciled. Now we are only left with the credit side. This 30 rands. Now this 30 rand, it's interest on credit balance. Now debit balances, they go to cash payments journal, and credit balance, they go to cash receipts journal. Now let's go to our cash receipts journal. In the cash receipts journal, the bank statement again tells us that ABSA has paid us how much? ABSA has paid us 30 rands. And this 30 rand is for what? This 30 rand is for interest on credit balance. Right, there they are. Do you have any question? I doubt you do. Now we are done with everything. We have reconciled everything. Now when everything is reconciled, it's important that we now add our cash receipt journal and add our cash payment journal. Now guys, because I am using Excel, I'm just going to make auto sum. I believe you are familiar with Excel, but on your calculator, you will add everything. Now it means sum of these four amounts: 67,420 plus 600 plus 8,910 plus 30 rands. It gives me 76,690. Now that amount will be recorded as total receipts on the 30th of April. Our total receipts from cash receipt journal were how much? They were 76,960. That is what we have calculated. And then we must also calculate the cash payment journal. Auto sum. It will add all those amounts: 19,910 plus 1,330 plus 50 rands plus 2,900 plus 570 plus 1080. It gives me 25,840. Now this 25,840, I record it in the bank account as total payments. Now total payments from CPJ is how much? It's 25,840. 25,840. Yes. And then what do we do now? We must check the bigger side. Let me insert an open row here. The bigger side. This is the bigger side. And this amount from the bigger side goes again to the credit side. We have this amount as the bigger side and this one as the bigger, as a smaller side. Now to get our balance, we take the bigger side, 73,960 minus 30,680 minus 25,840. It gives us 20,440, and that will be our balance carried down. It will be our balance carried down. And that balance carried down on the 1st of May. On the 1st of May will be our balance brought down 20,440. Do you have it? Now this 20,440 should be written on our BRS. The 20,440 that is on the credit side will now be called our credit balance as per bank account, because it comes from the bank account. No, it's not credit, it's debit. Remember, it's on the debit side. Let's just confirm. Let's just confirm on which side does it come from. It's on the debit side. Therefore, we say debit balance as per bank account. How much is it? It's 20,440. Now, if what we did is correct, the credit side will have to be equal to the debit side. The credit side is 32,040. Let us check the credit side. Now, if these two amounts are equal, it means that what we did is correct. Now, guys, this is our cash payments journal. Cash receipts journal. This is our cash payments journal. You see it? This is our cash payments journal. If I'm fast, we can pause for you to check. It's our cash payments journal. You can pause to check. And lastly, this is our bank reconciliation statement with the amount of 32,040 as the totals. And that is the end of our session, guys. Thank you for being a great audience, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. This lesson was about an hour, and I hope it was very fruitful. Guys, please don't forget, subscribe to the channel, and then click the notification button, because we still have to do question 2, which is the non-profit organizations. We need to do question 2, which is the non-profit organizations, and then we need to do again question 3. Question 3, what is it? Question 3 is your year-end procedures, and question 4, what is it? It is your departmental accounts. And lastly, we will have the cash flow statement. Now, we are going to do these things every week. So next week, I will release a new video where I will be doing the non-profit organizations. Subscribe, click notification button, and thanks for being the good audience. Love you guys. Peace.